Define document splitting characteristics for GL accounting. Shah bahut jald and very soon will be on the front end. So when we spoke about document splitting, SAP gives you three criteria to split your vendor items, tax items, withholding items on three criteria. That is business area, profit center, and segment. Okay. So we will use zero balance for profit center. T59X. Okay, now that we are done with this, there are only two steps left, and that is activate and profit centers. Okay, now activate document splitting on the method 01, which is for customer vendor tax withholding tax. Okay, inheritance is basically again for special GL advances. So it inherits vendor splitting based on profit center using inheritance, and it passes to the advances to the vendor's GL account, which is special GL account. Okay. Okay, extended document splitting. Define document splitting method. Splitting method, customer vendor tax. We have defined this. Rule. Now the rule is basically zero one vendor invoice. Select item categories to be edited. Withholding tax. Base item categories. And withholding tax, of course, it's a liability. It is a balance sheet account, and it will split it automatically. Okay. So this is how you actually work in document splitting. This is the whole process. Next step. Assign document splitting method 01, and this is where you actually assign a method and choose it for your client and customer. Okay, so you have profit center, that will be the splitting splitting baseline, and vendor customer tax line items will be the requirement, the categories for splitting. Okay, vendor invoice 0300 business transaction variant standard assigned categories. Assigned categories is that vendor will be required for splitting the withholding tax and tax amounts. So it is required, and this is by standard supplied by SAP. Okay. So document splitting is a very important area that is usually asked by interviewers, and this is also important for the CFOs for segment reporting based on profit center. Okay. And next is very important. General ledger accounting, master data, profit center. Based on this step, of course, system will pick up default profit centers whenever it encounters entries in GL accounts that we are going to configure over here. Okay. So this again is the whole process of document splitting. I will just explain it on a notepad. So document splitting. Document split is basically you have to split vendor and tax between profit centers or segments or business areas. Okay. So SAP provides you method, and that method is 01 for vendor, customer, tax. Okay. Splitting rule is that vendor will be required to split tax, withholding tax, and vendor line items. Okay. And thing is, profit default profit centers will be assigned to GLs. That will activate splitting when entries are hit. Okay. So this is the process of document splitting based on. And then comes in inheritance. Inheritance is passing on, splitting rule method from vendor to advances to vendor line item, that is special GL, because special GL itself is a separate sub module from vendor module or AP module. That's why inheritance is required. So this is the behavior inheritance, that advances to vendors, down payments to vendors are treated as special GL. Why? We'll see this when we are on the front end. Okay. So special GL is separate from GL in easy words. So GL and special GL are two different things. We have to qualify advances to vendors after certain steps, from which the entries of advances to vendors or down payment to vendors jump from special GL to GL. So by that time, vendor line item will influence special GLs to be split as well based on profit centers. Okay. Activate profit center. T59X, it is active. Define profit center hierarchy in controlling area. T59X, T59X. Okay, good. Standard hierarchy. Okay, 1 minute. OKKS/O means new window. T59X. Define standard hierarchy. T59 dummy is already made. Standard hierarchy is made, create dummy profit centers. Assignment of account assign objects to profit centers, very important. Okay. And we can assign material masters, plus we can assign GLs to accounts. Okay. T59X, new entries. For this, we will have to go to /O, that is new session. Create. Okay. Now, accounting, financial accounting, general ledger, master records. Now we have come to the front end, individual processing, individual centrally. Okay, now we have started our front end. T59X, we've already made one. Equity. So what I'll do, I'll go back and assign default profit centers again, 8842, and I will copy this, copy, Acha ji, S01, N01, S01, and C01. Okay, we have to make this also first. Okay, so let's go back. Controlling, profit center accounting, master data, profit center, individual processing, K51, create, AA42, S001, S001, master. It is copying from this one because I want to save time. Okay, profit center group, T59X, activate, profit center created, N001, N001, AA42. Okay, T59X, activate, C001, C001, 8842, T59X, activate, and there you go. This part is over now. Financial accounting, master records, GL accounts, individual processing, FS00 centrally. Okay, AA42, we want to, okay, let's do a thing. Zero balance, double click, and let's copy it to 80250 T59X and save. This will save our time. Adjustment accounts, currency value, okay. Double click, T59X, save. Double click, T59X, save. T59X, save. Double click. T59X, This is a long step, I know, but it will be once only T59X. I will explain the GL and the controls and everything, okay, later on. But first, let's just finish this legwork, labor work, okay. Interim asset clearing T59X. Contra account value T59X. Save. Retained earnings is already made. We don't need this. Expense accounts. Oh, this is a long list. Guys, T59X. Let's stop it over here. I'll complete this and then we'll continue from here because